In 2023, we had no power bills, just the $5 service charge every month. Our 10,000 watt solar system was perfectly designed to eliminate our power bill on the net metering system. Then in 2024, we started getting power bills almost every month, somewhere over $100. And I am slowing down a year later to discover that the power company deleted net metering and introduced what's called net billing, and now we have a power bill. So the purpose of this video is just to help me gather my thoughts into one place. Do I add more panels? Do I micro-invert them? Do I get an all-in-one inverter and some batteries? How much? How many? Those kind of things. We're going to take you inside here and show you that the system right now, early morning, February, is producing 14 amps. It does a pretty good job, but it's not keeping up, and it's just blue sky out there, and we're producing some power, but it's not enough to eliminate the power bill. All right, our solar system is very simple. We have 24 panels on the roof. I'll go out and show you here. We have 24 panels on the roof, and they're divided into two strings in series. They come out to an N-phase panel. The panels themselves have microinverters on each of them, and so the power doesn't leave the solar panel before it's already converted. See, it's already converted to 240 volts. This is one string, and this is one string, and together we have 40 volts or 40 amps coming into the solar panel in midsummer when the sun is straight up. Right now we only have 20-something amps because the sun is more of an angle toward the south. And then this panel has room to add more loads. That power from the solar panels comes down from the box up there. Into the N-phase combiner panel, goes through a shutdown or a safety switch, and then directly into the back of the electrical panel. There's nothing at the house. This is actually a sub panel that's fed through a 200 amp meter main over at the house, underground. The roof of our home faces south, but it also faces trees that are in the way for solar energy production. Our half-acre garden, including the back shop back here behind the main shop, has for 20 years now been a divided property where the front section here was a pump house, quarter-acre lot, and the back shop back there was part of our main property, 3/4 of an acre. But as of a month or so ago, the property has been now divided to be half-acre, which includes this section back to the fence there and the smaller shop. And then the front shop, including our home, is now half an acre. So rather than install solar panels on this back shop, which is not part of our living space, I guess is how we would put it, this lot is actually a sellable lot now. We might keep things separate, we'll see. But you can see there are no solar panels on the back shop. It has no utilities at all. There's no power, no water. The current solar system ties to the sub panel inside the shop, which is a 200 amp panel fed from. This is about, 150 feet, almost 200 feet to the back of the house. And you can see the meter main here is also a 200 amp panel, which feeds the original 100 amp panel inside the garage there that takes care of the whole house. So if we were to put batteries on this system, we would probably need them to be here at the house, and then we would trench to the new array back here by the shop. This is a spreadsheet of my power bills starting in 2021, where we didn't have any solar. The solar was actually installed in August of 2022 down here, in August, end of August. Then in 2022, last 3 months, we had a service charge bill of $5.16, $5 being the service charge and 16 cents being miscellaneous fees on their bill. Then in the year 2023, we had no bills. Well, we did too. We had one bill in January for $30.66. Otherwise, all monthly bills were $5. Then in January of 2024, Idaho Power changed the ruling on the net metering. No more net metering for anyone past December 2019. Anybody before that got grandfathered. Well, thank you very much. We didn't get grandfathered, and so now look at our bills. Our system was perfectly designed with the old system of net metering. And now we have to increase our ability to either store or produce solar power so that we can eliminate some of this billing here. Okay, in 2024, so in 2023, we didn't have any bills. This is all 2024 to show how complicated their crazy bill is. These were the kilowatts they claim we made, showing 14.8. My Enphase report says I made 13.5 megawatts, but this one shows 14.8. Then we used 8,767 from Idaho Power. In other words, our meter rolled forward. The extra solar that we made was paid mostly at 4.8 cents a kilowatt, and every now and then, mid-afternoon in the heat of the summer, there's 2 or 3 months where they paid us actually 17 cents or I think 10 cents or something. There's a scaling chart for it, but over 75% of it was paid at 4.8 cents a kilowatt, when normally we pay 8.8 to 10 and 12 cents. So in 2024, our total bill was $630. Now we have to overcome that because our system was designed for the old method of net metering. So we need to add some storage, some batteries, or we need to add some solar panels, which I plan to do. But it's still, this is $630, and in 2021, our bill was $1,600 for a 50-foot by 30-foot shop with an air conditioner and heater system, and a 1,650 square foot home with, I think they both have 2-ton systems or 3-ton systems. I can't remember, air conditioning systems in them, heating systems. We use natural gas for heat. And let's go to that bill. Hang on. It's interesting that the rate for natural gas goes up and down like the price of oil goes up and down on the markets, the price of natural gas. So in 2013, the rate was 0.668 and changed to 0.70 or 70 cents, then 73 cents. In 2015, the rate was 76 cents. In 2022, it's 59 cents, and then changes to 76 cents, and then down to 73 cents. In 2023, the rate was 73 and 83 and 65 cents. In 2024, we're back down to 65 cents, and toward the end of the year, down to 54 cents actually per therm. It's 11 o'clock this morning, and the snow is starting to melt off of the solar panels. So it's up to 30 degrees instead of 18 degrees. And there's not a cloud in the sky still, so we get good melt up there on the solar panels, and that'll melt off and fall down alongside the shop there onto the ground. What you see here for a greenhouse is only half of what was there yesterday. The day before, they took the back half of it off. This was a double Harbor Freight greenhouse. This worked for 20 years for us. We had a natural gas heater in there that was automatically keeping it at 40 degrees at night, and then during the day the vents would open if it got too hot, and it worked to help operate our half-acre garden out back behind the shop here. But we've donated this old greenhouse to Global Gardens here in Boise, and we're going to have them move all that out of there so that I have room to set up another solar array in front of the shop to add to our solar generation capacity. I know things are thawing on the roof because I can see that the rain gutters are dripping. You can hear the water coming down from the roof on the shop. All right, it's about 12:30. The snow still hasn't melted off the top of the shop solar panels, and yet we're still producing 18 amps of 240 volt power. 2 days ago, the yard looked like this. We didn't have any snow at all. So all this snow came yesterday, and because it's fairly warm here in Boise, Idaho, the snow does melt. Today it's supposed to be 36 degrees. We'll have a spell every now and then, some years where the temperature gets down to -10, but not much colder than that, and it may stay there for 10 days. And it's hard when it snows and then freezes and it all stays here for a while, but we're used to the more mild climate of the winters in Idaho, and the snow does melt off of our solar panels. So by the end of the day, that will all be gone. We are producing 18 amps with some of the solar panels covered up. And during the day, it'll be 24, 25 amps because the sun is still quite low and the panels don't move. They're fixed at a certain angle, and to the angle of the sun, they're not quite as efficient as it would be when the sun's straight up in the summertime. Okay, so I'm running 13 amps in the shop. That's attached to the lower legs of the main panel. That's not attached to the solar breaker. And we're drawing 13 amps with a heat gun running, and sometimes the hot water heater in the bathroom comes on, but still we're producing 19 and 20 amps outside through the solar panel. It's pushing that much amperage into the system, so we're 6 amps ahead, meaning we're producing more power than we're using. And the meter is running backwards. It's 1 o'clock now, and we're still producing 19 amps from the solar panels. But you can see down here in the garage door how the trees are starting to shadow because the sun is moving to the west, and it's low enough that the trees are in the way, and pretty soon those trees will be up on the roof. So I actually have 30 solar panels sitting in the back, the same size as these, 385 watt. They're bifacials, and we can get quite a lot of power out of a few of those, or we use all of them, but I don't think we need all of them unless we want to eliminate the natural gas bill and use the extra power for heat, and then we might be using all of those extra 30 panels. That'll be a big array, but we can put it up here and see what it does. It's nice when large pieces break off. Yeah, like that. That's great. We got to see a piece. It's now 3:15 today. Most of the snow has melted off the solar panels, but we've had a bank of clouds just move in, and the solar production is now down to 10 amps. That cut it in half. We still have a lot of light, but the sun isn't real strong through the clouds. August 2024 was our heaviest use month, where we used or ran the meter forward almost 1,200 kilowatts. Our excess generation was 344 kilowatts, and you can show over here, it shows over here what they paid us for that. $26.25. We did get paid for it, but only at 4.8 cents a kilowatt. Then you can see what we pay at 10 and 12 cents a kilowatt for the retail side of things, and our total bill we owed to the power company in August was $128.61. In 2023, we didn't owe anything because of net metering. Now we owe $128.61. This is the same bill for 2023. The month of August, showing the meter readings. There's not a good way to calculate things, only the meter reading. It doesn't show how far forward it went or how far backward it went. It just shows the meter reading. And our total bill was $5.16. This is our latest power bill that doesn't show on the spreadsheet actually. This is 2025 January. Notice we ran the meter forward 855 kilowatts. There was an excess generation of 165 kilowatts, which they pay us. They paid us $7.98 for that. But we have a total bill of $92.15 that we owe to the power company for January. Notice the service charge is not $10 anymore. So in 2023 it was $5. In 2024 it was $10, and in 2025 now it's $15 a month. And the rates have increased. Okay, these are the rates that I wrote down from the back of my bills each month. I can see this is the lowest rate we pay in Idaho, or the standard non-summer rate. In 2023, the rates increased 2%. In 2024, the rates increased 10.5%. And in 2025, the rate increased 10.25%. I just got that bill so I can see the rate. And the monthly service charge increased 300% from 2023 to 2025. We now pay $15 a month instead of $5, and I consider that a rate increase. That's all in the rate. And some of the fees that you pay are also rated percentage-wise of the rate you pay, so that would be also considered a rate increase. This chart is being displayed on the power company's website, and what it shows is the July 2024 Edison Electric Institute's survey of investor-owned power companies across the nation, and their average price per kilowatt. And you'll see that Boise is 12.8 cents. That's a great price compared to other areas of the nation. We agree with that. We live in a great part of the country for power costs. Inflation is still alive and well. 12.8 cents will continue to increase. I remember when we first moved to the area, it was only 7-something cents, and now we're averaging 12 cents, and soon it will be 20 cents, and then 30 cents, and some parts of the country are already that price. All right, it's 5:30 at night. The solar panels are struggling to make any power because the sun, you can see, is at such a low level that we don't get any sun on the ground. Shadows are very long. You can see the back shop back behind is about 2/3 the size of this shop. This is a 50-foot shop, and that's a 30-foot shop, same width. The back shop doesn't have any power or water. This shop has power and bathroom, and it's carpeted. It's very nice. All right, so when the yard starts to look a little more like this in the coming weeks, we will be installing a ground mount for a solar array in front of the shop there to add some solar panels to our solar system. And we will also consider adding some storage batteries over at the house with an inverter charge controller. Just a little bit frustrating that we had gone through all these planning steps before, and we created the perfect system on net metering, and then the power company deleted net metering. Now we have a $600 power bill, and we have a $1,000 gas bill, and we might as well do a little thinking here. Can we overcome those bills? That's $16,000 in 10 years. If I invest that money now, it will pay for itself in 10 years, and that's at least 7% on my money. I already have the solar panels. I just need the other equipment to make it work. I'm sure I'll see in the comments that somebody's going to say I should have bought Tesla stock, or I should just be happy to only pay $100 a month or something for my power bill since it's so cheap. But I enjoy generating my own power. I think it's fun. I'm excited to think about it some more, and we'll see you on the next video.